You are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary, live from Dothan, Illinois.
My people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary, live from Dothan, Illinois. My people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary, live from Dothan, Illinois. My people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary, live from Dothan, Illinois. My people, you are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary, live from Dothan, Illinois.
Hi, people. You are tuned into Burgundy Blue Commentary, live from Dothan, Illinois.
My people, you are tuned into Burgundy.
The YouTubers coming in, they have their selfie sticks. It's so funny to see everybody just walking around like, look, I'm in Dalton. We need a future, and that it just doesn't end with Tiffany, like you were saying.
Hello everyone, I'm Melanie Youngsma with the Lansing Journal, and this week's video, we are in the Dalton Public Library, and we have a special guest. And I think our viewers will be interested in this because you are our first YouTuber guest, and some of our viewers don't realize that we too are on YouTube. That's what we use to host our videos. But the way we use YouTube is different from how you are using YouTube and how many of the other media people out there are using YouTube. So I'm going to introduce to you Lolita, who's host of the channel Burgundy Blue Commentary.
Yes.
And then we're going to talk about some of the different ways we're using that, how she's using it. And even though we use it differently, I think we have some similar goals in mind. So I think this is going to be an interesting conversation, and I hope you'll stick with through the whole thing.
Yeah.
Welcome, Burgundy.
Thank you for having me. It's such an
Absolutely.
honor. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you coming here because I want to learn from you. You are doing things that we're not doing, and I think we may be able to learn from you and enhance our own work as the Lansing Journal.
Thank you so much. I'm learning a lot. I'm learning so much as we go.
And that's really the nature of it, isn't it? We're all just kind of figuring this out as we go along. Media has changed over the past several years, and we're trying to figure things out and keep connecting with people and figure out the best ways to keep people informed and connected, as we like to say.
Yeah.
So you've been on YouTube for about 3 years. You started in 2020.
Yes. Yeah, I started YouTube in 2020. My big sister, she encouraged me to go out and do it. She would watch the YouTube channels all the time. And one of our last conversations were, you should start a YouTube channel. You know, you have a lot to say, because I like to run my mouth, I guess. So she said. So
that sounds like something a sister would say.
Yeah, definitely a big sister too. So yeah, so I like that she gave me that idea, and in the middle of the pandemic, it was nothing to do. So I said, why not? So I stuck my toe out there to do it.
And it looked to me like you started, maybe people don't know, there are YouTube videos and there's YouTube Live, which is a separate tab, and you jumped right into YouTube Live, it looked like.
Yeah, it seemed like it was easier. It just seemed like instead of the editing, I just go in there and talk, and then that's it. So it's like a video. Yeah, I jumped right in there with commentary.
Okay. Like, how did you start getting followers? Were these mostly people that you knew in real life and they started following your channel?
Oh my God, I used to beg people in real life to follow me. That's a no-no. Don't do it.
That doesn't work.
Don't do it, because now you have they're watching you. But a lot of people are like, I'm not going to follow. So I just started building organically. People just started to find me. And that's the good thing about the YouTube algorithm. They start to suggest you and push you out there more. So yeah, I would look at what people were talking about, or maybe what's trending. And then I'd go out there, and then people would find me more.
Okay. So you were pretty savvy right from the beginning.
I learned from YouTube University. So that's it. You know, you just go on YouTube and how do I, change the engine or anything through YouTube. You can figure it out.
All right. And I noticed this morning you have over 8,000 followers or subscribers.
Yeah. I'm grateful. I never thought I'd get past 1,000. So I'm very grateful for that. Yeah.
8,000 it's not a huge number in terms of YouTube, but it's more than the Lansing Journal has on our channel. We have, I think, 2,500. It's not as many as some of these other people who have been following the Tiffany Henyard drama, like Hannibal is Hungry. He has 66,000. Nate the Lawyer has 483,000. And O'Shea Duke Jackson has 372,000. Those are big names in the world of YouTube, especially around the whole Thornton Township Dalton drama. But I think what separates you from the big dogs is you are right here in town. You're a Dalton native.
Yeah, yep. Like our mayor says, I grew here, I didn't fly here. For sure. So yeah, and I love all those channels. I started watching them, and I just was looking at what they were saying, and then I had my own ideas, and I might comment on it because I'm here. So yeah, I have respect for all those channels and the Lansing Journal because all of those channels, including myself, we use your clips for everything. Yeah, we use your clips for everything. You're the only one that covers a lot of things that before was popular. Like when the super mayor got appointed, you were the only one there to cover it for us. So that we thank you for that. So you deserve way more followers for sure. But that
I can follow.
Yeah.
So you were following these other people as they were reporting on your town, and you were you interested in politics before that, or were you interested only because they were here, because these large media were coming here?
Oh my goodness. I have no interest in politics at all. And I know this sounds silly, but I thought in my head I was just covering something. I didn't know it was going to be, I didn't realize I'm covering political things. It just dawned on me that's what I'm doing. I thought I was just talking about a subject matter everybody else was talking about. But it turned into this, but watching them, I would say, oh, well, no, that's not really how it went, because I'm here and or what I saw. But yeah, just watching them. And I said, well, let me just go out there. Let me just go out there and see what's to it.
So your first video about Tiffany Henyard had to do with her security detail, I think. Is that right? Is that the first one?
Yeah, I think I did bring that up about her security detail and how I felt about it. And also the legacy before Tiffany Henyard. That's why I wanted to start there. Like who was here before she became the mayor, and why she may need security detail.
Okay. Because you are into history. That's what all of this
I love the
Dalton
history. I love it.
And did you, you said you're not into politics, but so you knew who the mayors were, you followed your local politics. You had some interest there.
Yeah. I got a job with one of the first Black mayor of Dalton, who was Mayor Bill Shaw. So he gave me a job. So I did work for Dalton, so that when I figured out I didn't know anything. I just go vote and that's it. But then I started to find out, hey, you have to vote for more than this. And, and if you're working, you may not have a job. If the new administration come in, I started to learn that way. But I had no desire into politics or to follow the super mayor until the headlines got super big.
And you didn't come in with your camera to say, this is wrong and I've got an opinion and I want to share it. You were, I might be, this is the impression I got, but it seemed like you were just here to observe and to say, well, here's what I think. And, I might be wrong about this, but this is what I see. And it was commentary. It was not a fully formed opinion. You were not advocating one way or the other. You were just observing and reporting.
Yeah, just observing and reporting.
Hey y'all, hey, let's get into the video, and you can go over to the Lansing Journal to see a little bit about what we were talking about over there. Shout out to the Lansing Journal and support independent local papers. Let's go.
Commentary blue, commentary, burgundy, commentary, comment blue, commentary, comment burgundy blue, commentary blue, commentary, burgundy, commentary, commentary.
Hey you guys, welcome to Burgundy Blue Commentary. Okay, hold on. Let's clear the room because we did have some guidelines, but I want to get through something important. First Lady Brown, not calling you out to be rude. If you want to email me at burgundybluecommentary@gmail.com. Your questions are always welcome and valid. All you got to do is look at the dates. No one's trying to point anyone out, and nothing's going to be spun the way you want it spun. This is about my YouTube channel, and I support that person, and I support their mission. Look at the dates. All you got to do is look at the dates. We had no idea who that was. And my video was just a video that was playing. You're the one pointing it out. Okay, love? So that's what I just want to be clear with. And I hope I'm not being mean or, you know what I mean? It's just like now that the times we're in, I have to be more direct with what I want to say. Nothing against that young lady. Support that young lady. Look at the dates for yourself and divulge it. And if you want to have a conversation, let's have it over email. And if you want to call in and talk one-on-one later, we could do that as well. But we're not going to do that on this chat today. Okay. All right. Just want to be clear. And there we have it. Okay. So welcome to Burgundy Blue Commentary. Good morning, you guys. Oh my God. Why do I have my voice is going? So I told y'all about last night. Like what's going on? We're sitting up here and we're sitting up here, and hey, any of my mods in here, give her the dates so we can move on. I appreciate it. The dates are in that video. You can see the dates, and then you can scroll down my timeline and see where I did the breakdown of the video. It was before anything came out. That's where I want to dead it, First Lady Brown. Let's dead it. Okay, love? Let's dead it. Let's dead it. If you have questions, burgundybluecommentary@gmail.com. I want to get through my show today, okay? So we'll try to give people that freedom, but you saw the guidelines coming in the chat, love. That's all I'm saying. And all you got to do is look at the dates for yourself. If you're questioning me, you had to have seen the dates, okay, baby? All right. All right. Whew. All right. So what was I talking about? So I told y'all last night, we ended up, we were supposed to go to the rooftop. We did make it up there, and we made it up with some neighbors. But then my relative had to get to the airport. Y'all put in the comments, are you guys like do y'all rather go to Midway? Depending on where you are, you don't have to tell me where you are. Excuse me, got the hiccups. But do y'all rather go to Midway or O'Hara? Now, that is the beauty of Dalton. In my opinion, I don't really care. Let me be honest, because we're in the center of everything. So I can get on the toll road and get you there with no traffic. Or I could take the streets to O'Hara, or I could take the streets to Midway and get you there. So let me know what you prefer. Okay. Let me know what you prefer. But I'm gonna say like the police are a little more lenient at Midway. O'Hare, they be like, they want to search your trunk. They like, you can't pull over. You know, at Midway, you could pull over in a lane and just get your people, hug them. O'Hare is not, because it's more busy, I guess. It's not that good. So we had to get my relative to the airport. And y'all, Midway is cool, but the amount of stoplights you have to go through, especially if you're coming from over east to go west. Let's say you just on 59th at the lakefront. Try to get to 59th at Cicero from the lakefront. That's an hour, depending on the time of day. It's an hour by itself. It's an hour by itself. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't care. You know what? I'm with him. I don't really care. Whatever flight you book, I'm your airport person. My son is really good with that too. He books. My girlfriend that lives in Florida, she books. She just books, and I'm like, wherever you at, I'm gonna come get you. Especially like if I got some relatives from down south. Not stereotyping, but like a lot of times my relatives, I'm speaking of mine, they don't want to travel if they're from down south. It's rare I find they like to stay in their town, mind their business. So if they have to come out of town for something, child, it's a whole event. So you got to teach them how to get on the airplane. You got to meet them at the gate. You got to, they just can't walk through Midway or O'Hare. So it's really interesting. Midway is closer. The O'Hare check is quicker, but the Midway is closer. Yeah. Isn't that interesting? Midway for more Southwest flights. O'Hare has, oh my gosh, O'Hare has the best snacks. Yes. They do. I just want to welcome everybody that came in. So I wasn't trying to start today off on a bad note, but we're learning where we're going to go in this experience of content creating over here on YouTube under Burgundy Blue Commentary. A lot of experiences have changed the way I probably will react to my YouTube. So it's no disrespect to anybody. I just have to maneuver in the way that is correct for what I'm trying to align with my audience. I don't want y'all out there in the wilderness because I just let everybody pass and everything is gumshoe and strawberry shortcakes, right? Strawberry shortcake. So we have to do things a little different. So that's why I want to make sure that you always know if you want to have a conversation or you want to contact me, I'm available. If you want to do like a Zoom, or if you want to email me, Burgundy Blue Commentary, I'm available for your questions, not hiding from your questions. It's just, I have to protect some people because at the end of the day, in the words of Tiffany Henyard, because at the end of the day, I have to protect people no matter if you think so or not. I have a responsibility no matter if you think so or not. And that's what we're doing on this channel. Okay. So one of my responsibilities when I'm covering this is to talk about what's going on locally. And I want to talk about someone I met along this journey when I stuck my toe out there and said, I'm going to cover Dalton. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about Ryan's Gay Chicago. I met him on this journey. He was one of the first people I met in passing. You know, I haven't sat down and had lunch with him or nothing. But I'm gonna be honest. I took notice when I saw his YouTube channel, and this is him publicly. Ryan is. I want to be clear when I cover his story. Ryan is a historian in Harvey. I think he's in charge of the historical society in Harvey. He's an advocate for Harvey. And I'm going to say this, he's one of the few, and this is not a racist situation, but you have to be from this area. He's the one of the few white people that's young that lives in Harvey. You will see white people floating around Dalton. You will see white people floating around Harvey, but they're usually older who bought their forever homes. Ryan is young. I don't know. That probably went over people's head if you've never been to Harvey. Ryan is young and he chooses to stay in Harvey. That's something I look at. That's something that's important to me. So if you don't know about that, hey Gardis, hey Steven, everybody that, hey Hiram, everybody is in here. I think that that's an important value. He's fighting for his family legacy. That's what I saw. I don't know Ryan inside and out. What we're going to report on is what I noticed, what I saw, and what I think about the situation that happened to him the other day. So let me go over when I met Ryan personally. Now, I've seen Ryan at the board meetings. We'll go over that. But this is my first time physically meeting Ryan, and I'm not going to share everything because my sound was bad. But I want to thank you guys. Please like the video, comment, and subscribe. And this was at Miss Mary's event when we were at the township rally. Ryan is in Harvey, Illinois. He represents Harvey, Illinois. Like I said, I'm not doxing him or trying to tell y'all anything. He represents Harvey. He represents his family. So Harvey is a part of Thornton Township. Let's watch this little part when I was excited to see Ryan. Harvey, Illinois. We got Ryan. Let me see if I can go over there and see if we can say hello to Ryan. So we follow him. Hi, Ryan. Can we say hello to you? Oh, okay. So Ryan, he's at all the Harvey meetings. I follow you. My name is Burgundy Blue. So I just want to pause there. I'm still like that to this day with everybody. I did an interview yesterday. I saw someone that was historical to Dalton from the police department. I saw him and I had my camera turned. Can I please talk to you? And he was like, I'd rather not be on camera, but you could have my voice on camera. So we'll be doing that video soon. And he was one of the people that was officer during the Shaw administration. So I'm going to be covering that as well. But notice how I turn my camera away and ask if it's okay. That's just me. People don't have to do that. That's just me. So tell us now, did you do the art thing for Harvey already? The art?
Yes, we had a wonderful arts event last Saturday.
Okay.
And it was great. We're trying to do some more positive things, so it's not just exposés and sounding like we're a
I want to pause so you understand. Harvey had an art for like a walk of life art exhibit, and I was trying to attend, but one of my friends actually got to submit for that event, and that was something that Ryan was bringing to Harvey, like some kind of, just an art walk, if you will. You know how that can be. I love going to the Bronzeville art walk. So.
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had local artists. Some of them even sold their work. We had someone from the public library, my alderwoman, really just trying to get people to come in solidarity for positive things,
Yeah.
Because it's not enough just for us to say we don't like the bad things. We need to say what we do want.
Yeah.
We want art. We want community.
Yeah.
We want activities, things for people to do, things for the youth to do. Yet they're not, getting in trouble.
Yeah.
Because the problem is, when these people, when they do steal the money and misappropriate things, we're not having the proper programs, for like our needed.
Yeah.
I mean, the money's going to stuff it shouldn't.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah. Now, Ryan, I follow you. You're part of the Harvey Historical Society. I'm a Daltonite. So what I do is I do a little Dalton history, and we were talking about your family. I think. Did you own the Wassos? Are you part of the Wassos family? Yes. Yeah. So we've been doing our little history on you. So Ryan comes from a great family of grocers and business owners in Harvey. And I believe, I'm not trying to put this on him, but this was from my books that I've been sort of researching. I believe they were sort of into some kind of faith in that area. But I know for sure his family had a large business. And if to this day, I think you might see the Wassos liquor store. I'm not sure if they own that place, or if someone just bought the name. Like, I'm just speaking the way I'm speaking. Like, if I ever get a chance to talk to Ryan, I'll clarify that. But they had a huge grocery store in Harvey. They were part of the whole Blues Brother movement in Harvey. Blues Harvey was that infamous Blues Brothers clip when they ran into the shopping center. Like Ryan's family have a lot of history in Chicago, and I learned that by reading Dalton books at the library. Yeah, so we thank you so much, and we'll be following, and I'll come over and check you out at one of the board meetings soon. Okay. Okay, thank you. So I follow him on YouTube, Ryan's Gay Chicago on YouTube. Yeah, and now, do you have another page or it's just YouTube?
No, just for now.
Okay,
I post a lot on TikTok.
Oh.
Ryan's Gay Chicago, but I prefer YouTube. But I feel like the younger people like TikTok.
They like TikTok. Ryan was such a delight. So he said that you could follow him on YouTube under Ryan's Gay Chicago in YouTube, and also Ryan Takes Chicago on TikTok. Okay, so making sure y'all know that. So if you on YouTube right now, just go to Ryan's Gay Chicago. I'm gonna put the link in there, and you can see some of his passion about the board meetings. Now he is on TikTok and he gives better shorts, and I think that's important. Hello everybody that entered the chat. I appreciate y'all so much. So I put Ryan's link in here. Now let's look at some of the things that Ryan did. One of the things that he did, sorry, hiccups, guys. One of the things he did was he came to a Dalton board meeting to help us. You know what I mean? Let's talk about it. He came to talk with us. Hit the like button. Thanks for being here. Thanks for, dealing with me during this process. We're going to try to weed some things out and make this channel great, right? Let's go on to see.
With the receipts, I will be posted on Tiffany here on the Move podcast. You can go to Spotify, Amazon, you go to any of those platforms to see what is going on, and I will drop the first one this Friday. So stay tuned.
Thank you, Mayor. Trustees.
Ooh, you guys, there's more than 42 people in that room, isn't it? I just had to say. More than 42 people. So Ryan taped the whole meeting. Let's get to his part. Let's see if I can get to his part. Ryan basically taped the whole meeting. Where did it get to public comment? He went to public comment. Let me find it. Hold on, guys. Sorry. But more than 42 people in that room, isn't it? Choose. More than 42 people in that meeting. Ryan's been at the township meeting. He's been at the board meetings in Dalton. He's been there. Let's see if I got it. Let's see if I got it. I might. You know what? No, let me go to the board meeting. Sorry, guys. Hit the like button. Because he taped it. He taped the board meeting. Here, we just trying to make it. We just trying to make it, my God. It's something every day. Okay, let's go to, let's see if we can get Ryan. This was the big board meeting where the super mayor, this was the one they cut Miss Vivian off. The super mayor, Mr. Rinkies had his staff stand up there, Mr. Lee. Let's see, that's when we learned about the carcinogen waste dump. I think I got the wrong meeting. Okay, so I'm just gonna move on because I felt like I had Ryan's meeting, but he did stand up for the board meeting. Let me just come on out of here. Okay, so y'all got a little bit of Ryan here. He's kind of like, I always wish I could be a little bit like people that like Gardis or Ryan or the people that can just stand in front of a crowd. That's not my thing. I love that they can do that. So I just sort of stand behind them and like, yeah, you go. tell them what it is. That's my whole thing. but I wish I could be a little bit more out there. But I will say that this is pushing me out there a little more. It's pushing my confidence a little more. Let me see. Do I have what he stood up? Let me see. I might not have what he stood up. This is when they were talking about everything. Okay, I don't have it. Let's move on. I thought I had it. But yeah, Ryan stood up at that board meeting. Let me still share it with you. Oh yeah, I believe. Hi Mocha. How are you? Garda said I have to talk to Ryan about the Kellogg administration. I think Kellogg is on an island like a fat rat with some cheese. Like I don't even know what. Okay, when I was listening to Christopher Clark, I felt some kind of way. Like, did Kellogg? Now this is a question. I don't know because I'm over here, Gardis. Did Kellogg leave Christopher Clark in a jacked up shape? Did Kellogg leave him in a jacked up shape? Where he now is, which we know is yes. And I think this might be the Dalton meeting. I think let's play it. We know yes, right? But is that why he's saying here's the taxes on churches? See, I'm just now delving into this. I'm not trying to really, I'm just wondering. Thank you, Haram. Hey, Jazzy. I'm wondering, did Christopher Clark leave him with no way out? When I'm passing through Harvey, I mean, not Christopher Clark, Kellogg. When I'm passing through Harvey, the one place I see money is at is the Metro. Like, I think Harvey should be basically, what's that thing on Black Panther? Watanga? It should basically be paradise with those Metro contracts they have. And then I was looking at the report we're going to look at in a minute, and they were saying, and like I said, you guys, I'm being clear. I don't know anything about Harvey. We're just talking about it. We're just talking. Did he leave him so jacked up that's when he shut the businesses down and said, y'all could pay $2,500 a week? How much in arrears were these local businesses? Not judging. We know that it was a panorama just happened 4 years ago. We just had a pandemic. We know that people money been funny for a couple of years. Hey, I got a car from Bob Watson before. I for sure am not judging, but I'm asking, what do y'all think about how Kellogg might have left it for Chris? Or is Chris making it worse? That's what I want to know. Like the way they're standing up against Chris, and I don't know anything, and I don't know Chris. What's his name? Christopher Clark. But the way they're standing up, why it took damn near 800 years for anybody to say anything about Kellogg? I'm just wondering. Don't want any problems. Just wondering. The night Clark won the election, Kellogg immediately left City Hall. No transition of power. He just abandoned City Hall. I was wondering that because we had to do, I told you that I was a part of the South Suburban CPR. So that would mean like if it was something going on with Bud's or Daly's ambulance, we were local people in the classrooms, in the schools that knew CPR and resuscitation and all that stuff. That was back in the day, Kellogg, didn't he have half his family working under him? Like his sister was the attorney, somebody else was the councilman and the chief of staff that was raising him. Somebody else was like the dang on cashier in the water department. It was like a lot of nepotism I remember hearing about. I don't know if that's true. Like I said, I got me a car from Bob Watson Chevrolet. Got me a Intrepid. And had to take it back the next day. It broke down. Look. Chu said, I only know that my fam and Harvey said Kellogg literally. Where's Kellogg? Do you think he's like with Russell Simmons on an island somewhere enjoying himself? Like, he's just like, look, I got the money. I'm out. Like, he's just in the northern suburbs or he's down in Florida when nobody knows him. I'm just wondering. Wow. Yes, and most of them got convicted of corruption. See, we're just learning. We're just learning. Let's see if this is the video I was thinking of. This one came down.
I think it was you, the trustees. So I would say, I don't know. I've been floored and talking to the Harvey.
Yeah, I think this is it.
Came to the Saturday meeting. I think it was you.
This was it, guys.
My name is Ryan. I'm the head of the Harvey Historical Society, and I was so honored to meet these Dalton ladies. I came to the Saturday meeting. It was you, the trustees. So I would say, I don't know. I've been floored and talking to the Harvey residents. Some of you may know we have a mayor who does actually a lot of worse things than Tiffany. He just is very quiet. So unfortunately, we're very jealous because we're like, wow, you guys have done such a great job of getting media attention and, you know, finally getting people to intervene to stop the corruption. So we're hoping, you know, to get some of that same momentum to carry over to Harvey and some of these other towns. But I have to tell you, it really is a regional thing. I would like to see us, and I know these Dalton ladies are passionate about it too. I see Mary right there. It's a region. We have to come together as a region. These ladies invited me to the Lansing Village meeting the other night. We went there. They had a great uneventful meeting. But I mean, the problem is we've been seeing this for years. I mean, my family roots in Harvey go back to Wasso's. That's my great uncle at the grocery store. And, you know, people say, oh, well, we can't help it as a region. We lost the jobs, we lost the factories. You know, that's why. And, you know, people came from the city, from the projects. They didn't know how to live in the suburbs. We have all these excuses as to why the Southland is not successful. You know, I don't buy them. I think that we can be, and we are, a successful, diverse, happy region. Honestly, I see our number one enemy is corruption. I really do, especially being from Harvey. You know, I get all the flack, right? Why do you live there? You can live anywhere. You know, yeah, you were from that area, but like, you know, you're crazy. Why'd you go back there? I love Harvey and I love the Southland. You know, people like Tiffany and our mayor, Chris Clark, and so many others, they profit off of, it wasn't me, someone called these folks poverty pimps, these politicians. They make, it's not my term, sorry, I'm just passing on, but they're making money off of keeping the Southland poor and a mess. I mean, just drive through Harvey. Our streets are horrible. Is it because there's something wrong with Harvey? No. If we had a halfway decent government, I mean, Harvey's in such a great real estate position alone. I mean, that'll.
How do you guys feel about that? What he's saying? Do you feel like people intentionally keep the Southland poor? You don't have to answer that publicly. You can always email me at burgundybluecommentary@gmail.com and it'll be confidential. But I'm wondering, if you have it in your soul, do you feel like that? I feel like Harvey is in a good position. I feel like Dalton is in a good position. We're so close to so much. We're right here in arm's length. Do you know how many train hubs does Harvey have? They got the one at downtown Harvey, then they got the bus station. When I was young, I used to work at the 411 Ameritech office, right? That was Ameritech had a whole thing where they were training people and you could work. It was like, I think it was Illinois Bell, then Ameritech, now it's AT&T. Harvey downtown was bustling, you know, and that was years ago, but not that many years ago, at least 25, right? Do you feel like people keep us in poverty? I'm just listening to what he's saying. Like, Harvey is in the center of everything. The UPS business, are they not bringing money? UPS main hub is there. Metro is redoing it. They got the downtown Harvey. They have the Sibley and 147th in that parking lot. You have the place where you could buy cars over there for, you know, with a dealer's license. It's so much going on in Harvey. I don't know what happened to KODs and all of that, but the main businesses, it's a lot, right? I'm just wondering what you think about that. Is there some truth to that? Garda says, when a suburb is majority Black, yes, politics and policies intentionally keep those majority Black suburbs underserved. Thank you. Hiram says what Garda says. And then Choose Compassion says, I agree with him. Yes, there are systems in place to intentionally keep people in poverty. I'm just wondering what Harvey, okay, Dalton has nowhere, to me, this is my opinion, close infrastructure and travel as Harvey. Dalton, we don't have a metro station. I know Riverdale has one. I know Harvey has one. I know 115th and Kensington have one, but Dalton, we're kind of lost. We got train tracks, right? But we don't have the metro coming through here, or the Amtrak like they do. Harvey has a hub for the Pace bus. Harvey has the UPS facility. Harvey has a FedEx small facility. Not like a FedEx Kinko's. They have like a hub. They should be getting some good kickbacks. You know what I mean?
Along with ensure that it does well. So I just like us to see all of us come together. Naomi did mention one of the things that we have the $70 million project that you probably have never heard of. How many of you know about the big Pace Bus Depot? We have the regional transit hub for the.
Y'all, he said $70 million. We're going to have to verify this. The Pace Transit. If you ever had to get on the bus, if you're coming from the city, it takes you to downtown Harvey, and downtown Harvey would distribute you amongst the suburbs, and even some of Indiana, get you over there to the Indiana train station. $70 million. Are you guys listening to what he's saying? We're gonna get into what happened to him next. See, this is why I just shut up over here, because yeah.
Whole Southland. It is at 154th and Park. Okay, so we have the metro station and we have the Pace Bus Depot. Our mayor has done his job as Mr. Dictator. He's a quieter one than Tiffany, but still, he likes to control information. So that's probably why you didn't know about it. So that is a huge project. Metro's supposed to totally redo that station and has not taken any feedback at all. So it's just one of the many issues that we would love to have, you guys, our meetings. We're going to come to your meetings and support you however we can. But I'm just so inspired by all of you in Dalton. So thank you. Keep up the good work, and bravo.
So that was Ryan talking at the Dalton board meeting. Oh, handsome guy. I like that hair pompadour going on there. I just find this is the thing. I'm gonna be 100% honest. If I wanted to contact Ryan and ask Ryan, hey, would you please tell us more about this? The way the community is so small here, he probably, and this is not to his effect, he probably would not. It's just because people will immediately, the people will say, this is the people you're with, this is the people you don't. So it's a division in our community. But the fact that we can go through these old videos, and this is where it comes, where the young lady was asking earlier, we can go through these older videos like this one, Dalton board meeting. This happened in 3 months ago. Okay. And it says May. So the Dalton board meeting happened 3 months ago. Like, to me, that would be March, but it says May, but okay. Let me tell you something. The thing that, okay, now it updated on my end. Okay. Yep. So exactly 3 months ago. And he only got 21 views on this video. He's telling people that they have a main hub, that they got $0.88 billion zillion dollars, and no one paid attention to him. Okay, so when we get to the Southland and what's going on politically, It's just a slippery slope because we're in the middle of everything. But I want to share, now that you know a little bit about Ryan's personality, I do not know him personally. Only thing I've had, any interaction I've had with Ryan was through that one interaction at the rally. It's nuts that a lot of people can't come together. It's nuts. Even if you don't agree that we can't come together for the common good in our community. I wonder when we get to Chris Clark, because that's who we're talking about today. I'm not even going to tie Tiffany in. How much, like you said, like people said, what's our guy Kellogg left out and didn't say anything. How much did he have to correct? Let's look at this. And I'm not for Chris Clark. I don't know anything about him. I'm just looking at when he told somebody they could pay $2,500 a month to pay off their taxes. I'm like, well, dang. Now, taxes out here are high. Don't get me wrong. I'm like, how far behind could they be? How far did Kellogg let things slide? And then we have to also factor in the pandemic. Everything is not black and white. I'm with it. So let's go to it.
The 10 video you'll see only on 2 tonight. Another southern suburb with chaotic confrontations at City Hall.
We've told you about the ongoing investigations over spending in Dalton, often causing blowups between the mayor and residents. And tonight, tensions boiled over in Harvey.
How dare you send your police after peaceful residents?
Okay, now this is the part for me right here. I'm not an officer. Any officers in the chat, let me know. This was the part for me. Was he already at the podium? No one explained this part. When they grabbed him by the neck, was he already at the podium? Did he go over his 3 minutes? What made people grab him at the neck? Do anyone know? Because I felt like you could have just walked him away from the podium. Let's watch it again. Then we'll get to Tyrant Terminator and his incident. See, and I know if Gard is in the chat, he's going to say, Berg, stop it. This is why auditors are important sometimes, because who think this is okay? I ain't gonna lie. Compared to like the other the officers' uniforms at Harvey, we got to talk about that. Y'all gonna see it at the next video. What are y'all doing? What are y'all uniforms doing over here? Let's go.
Business owners there say they're being slapped with unnecessary.
I ain't gonna lie. Y'all see how people turned away from him when he was in there? I do not know Ryan's circumstances. I don't know what made them take him out. He's at every Harvey meeting speaking. They know he's imperative to the uniform, to the neighborhood. But y'all, the way everybody just turned away from him as he was getting, like, he's been fighting from Harvey for what I see for a long time. That kind of broke my heart. Not to say they were supposed to stand in the line of fire, but it wasn't no, let him speak. Let him speak. It was none of that. It was none of that in Harvey. So I just found that interesting.
Fees, but city leaders say they need the money. CBS 2's Charlie tomorrow live for us in the control room, hearing from both sides tonight. Charlie?
And Joe and Erica, some of the frustration in Harvey is over the mayor's plan to collect on delinquent property taxes. Some of the business owners we spoke to today say their business licenses have been withheld in exchange for a fee, calling the program extortion.
Okay, so I'm with them because I'm a business owner, failed, tried, came back, tried. I've been there. I wanted to hear more about their story. I'm not blaming them. I just want to know, when the news report this, how long have they not paid for a business license? That's all I want to know. Not trying to slight anybody. They could have inherited it from somewhere else, but how long did you not pay for a business license?
But to us,
This is where everything started.
Benicia Gonzalez hasn't been able to open her auto repair business in South Suburban Harvey since May.
From one day to the next, we were forced to shut down, and the sign was put on our window.
The shop, which has been in Gonzalez's family for over 2 decades, had its business license renewal denied because they owe property taxes.
I'm doing everything that I can in my power to pay these tax bills that was left behind, but you know, I'm only 24 years young, and I'm doing what I can do.
Harvey,
she's doing a good job for 24. That's a lot of pressure to be 24 years old and be handed down a second generational business. My question is, how far behind was that business? If it's in property taxes, how far behind? Now, you guys know we can look that up, but here on Burgundy Blue Commentary, I don't do the deep dive to tell people businesses and stuff. That's not my thing. But I just found that interesting that if you did need to catch up on property taxes and you're having a bad time, and is it really, saying this sensitively, is it the government's fault? Now, did they raise taxes in the middle of everything? Like at one point you were used to paying $4,000, all of a sudden it went up to 12. I would love to know that. Not blaming her, but kudos to her for holding down her family's legacy.
Business owners in a similar position were offered a settlement agreement with the city, pay $2,500 a month and keep your business open.
Now, it's an agreement that this mayor had to put into place that you could pay $2,500 a month and keep your business open. My only question, without bias, is how far behind did you have to be to even get that kind of agreement? You know what I mean? So for him to say, you know, to catch up, you could pay $2,500 a month. Is that what he's saying, or is the news misrepresenting it? I would love to know, because I'm like, for him to say, oh, all you gotta do is pay $2,500 a month to keep your business open. How much were you in arrears? I'm just wondering.
Come on, if you don't mind coming here.
We caught up with Harvey Mayor Christopher Clark as he left a special city council meeting.
The only thing we're asking is for those businesses to pay their property taxes and stop using our city services for free.
It's unethical, right? I can't say it's illegal, but it certainly seems unethical.
Harvey Alderwoman Colby Chapman, a vocal critic of Mayor Christopher Clark,
I don't have any discussion. I just want you to
Thank you very much.
says the underserved.
Man, that board meeting looked different from ours. Let me tell you, I be seeing the different board meeting rooms. Ooh, the best one, Homewood Flossmoor. Their room is so beautiful. But they got them sitting in the audience. You know how it was for Dalton. Our mayor moved their little podiums down on the floor. So let's see. Let's keep on looking. We'll get to the comments. Thanks, y'all. Hit that like button.
Suburb is at times dysfunctional.
Serve the people and know that we're elected to be here for the people. So
Pastor Jonathan Johnson says he was in disbelief when he was told his church would need to register for a business license.
It was almost $700. I said, where did this come from? We are federally and state exempt from taxes. And I really do feel like it's more of a...
Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't really understand the church tax. Like, where did that come from? Now, I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be completely honest. I didn't know churches didn't have to pay water. You know what I mean? Water bills. That's pretty cool. Is he asking, let's listen to this, because I kind of listened and then I was wondering, is he asking for a permit or a business license? Or is he asking them to pay property tax? That I'm confused on this part.
Dictatorship here in the city of Harvey at this point.
How dare you send your police after peaceful...
Minutes into the city council meeting, someone in the audience was removed by police at the direction of Mayor Clark.
The fact that I don't know, because I've never been, I've been pulled over, but I've never been apprehended by the police. How is that neck grab okay? Is that neck grab okay? Like, can they just walk him out? What was the neck grab about? And we're going to get the Tyrant Terminator situation that he got.
Police at the direction of
Your police after peaceful...
minutes into the city.
Like, this is my problem with the neck grab, that Ryan has a phone in his right hand, so he doesn't have the ability of both of his hands. That's my problem. And that this is on camera, so I'm scared of what will happen, and I'm gonna leave it there. That's my issue with it. I'm sorry, Hiram. I didn't mean to upset you. And I didn't mean to upset anybody this morning. I'm just wondering, is this okay and why no one's talking about it? This is all in the Southland. This reminds me of something else that we discussed on our channel with someone being on someone's neck, you know. Not comparing the two, but I'm just wondering my shock if I would have seen someone and I'm trying to talk at a podium and you grab my neck to stop me. Just wondering. He has one hand his phone. This is what I want to know. If anybody ever get in touch with Ryan, were you on at the podium and was your 3 minutes still going on? And I'm saying 3 minutes because that's what we have in Dalton. At what point did they tell you to stop talking or whatever may have you that led to this? Not blaming you, not victim blaming you. Just what point did it get to this? Were they like step off the podium? Or they like you're not supposed to be at the podium? I would love his point of view from right here, because that would shock the hell out of me.
City Council meeting, someone in the audience was removed by police at the direction of Mayor Clark. Officers handcuffed the man and let him out of City Hall.
I'm the chair.
So he wasn't even arrested. They did all that and didn't arrest him. They did that and didn't even arrest him from what we hear? Wow.
And I am responsible for keeping the order. If people in the audience or in the council do not want to keep that order, then they will be removed.
I'm calling on every state official. We need help. We need strong oversight.
And Mayor Clark says safety is the reason that churches now need business licenses. Without one, he says that the city is unable to inspect churches. Reporting.
Now, okay, is that true? Are we fighting because Christopher Clark wants to pay taxes, wants the churches to pay taxes? Or are we fighting because Christopher Clark now says you have to get in line with a business license? That way we can expect churches for any liability. I don't know. I would love to know. Let's get to the comments. Imagine if communities demanded politicians bring in new businesses and actually throw out mayors and governments that don't show results. That would be a big situation. Pearls Pink, hey, this is a federal offense. Yeah. Here, exactly. Erica say, oh, maybe I should report on Harvey because Dalton is too vicious. I think that, you know, my experience that I've been is that, and this is as honest as I can get over here, before I get out the door. We're in a different position. We got a whole let's see, the next election, we got the mayor seat. We have Andrew Holmes' possible seat, because nobody's asked Andrew Holmes to step down at all. Nobody's publicly, no trustee nor the mayor, despite what Andrew Holmes done, asked him to step down, right? At all. No one's publicly said step down on the record at all, period. So we're going to count his seat into play. And then we're going to count Brittany Norwood. She has to run again. Kiana Belcher has to run again. Yeah. So we got about 4 seats available the next election. Christopher Clark is in here brand new after a long-term mayor. So it should be, it's things that could be passed both ways. But the thing about Dalton is that we're very close. We're only months away for who will be appointed from the township and who will be appointed from the village. That means a lot. It's gonna be a lot. Y'all think some people fall you've been seeing was it, baby? We ain't even close to election time. We're not even close. So I just urge everybody to think for themselves, research for themselves, see what they are bound by or not bound by living in the area or not living in the area, and go from there. You usher a person out, not strong on them. Dude, weigh $105 at best. I'm sorry. I'm not even trying to be funny. Ryan name is Ryan's Gay Chicago. He has a flag on he's sweet as pie. Like, that doesn't mean that he's not so, out here for the same rights, or he doesn't have to appear for the same rights we do. I'm just like, did you really have to? I'm just being honest. Like, if I had to be lazy about my reporting, I'd be like, dude, just go to his YouTube. All he's doing is talking about Harvey week after week, talking about his family week after week, talking about how the community could be saved week after week. And if it's some things you do not like that's being said, you already know that that's part of the game. That's part of the seat. You know what I mean? Just saying that. So from my understanding, and someone please correct me, Cook County, Illinois law exempts religious institution from taxes. How can Harvey supersede these laws? Okay, this is my question, Gardis. Did it end up being taxes? I don't know. I'm doing the report. Like I said, no, nothing else. It seems like they want Harvey churches to have a business license. Now, you please correct me if I'm wrong. It seems like Christopher Clark is saying, don't pay the taxes. Like, they went to two different parts. Let me play this all over again. Not all over, but let's go to this part.
Is at times dysfunctional.
Serve the people and know that we're elected to be here for the people. So
Pastor Jonathan Johnson says he was in disbelief when he was told his church would need to register for a business license.
Now, that's what I heard. Is that the same as taxes? And I'm not trying to like poke the bear or be ignorant. He said a business license. They still tax exempt in Harvey. They still can do what they want in Harvey, but a business license, just a business license for inspection. That's what I'm hearing. I don't know if I'm wrong.
It's almost $700. I said, where did this come from? We are federally and state exempt from taxes. And I really do feel like it's.
And this is me picking up. This is me, what I'm picking up. I could be wrong, guys. Can y'all listen to this part and tell me if I'm wrong? He's saying he never heard he needed a business license. Then he said, oh, I'm exempt from federal and state taxes. Are those two different things? I just want to know from your opinion.
Says the underserved suburb is at times dysfunctional.
Serve the people and know that we're elected to be here for the people. So
Pastor Jonathan Johnson says he was in disbelief when he was told his church would need to register for a business license.
It was almost $700. I said, where did this come from? We are federally and state exempt from taxes. And I really do feel like it's more of a dictatorship here in the city of Harvey at this point.
How dare you send your police after peaceful...
Minutes into the city council meeting, someone in the audience was removed by police at the direct.
So maybe we'll have a part 2 because I love y'all comments on this. Like this one, separation of church and state. A governor cannot do anything with a religious entity. Thank you for that. And then Chu says Harvey is trying to make the church be an entity that they're not. Like I said, I'm learning along the way, so I want to know your thoughts. But so a business license will require them to be an entity, like a business. So can I ask something? This is totally off record. This has nothing to do with Harvey. If we're supposed to separate church and state, why do we have prayer at the board meetings? This is just me being me asking a question, because I always wondered that, like, if I was Buddhist and I didn't believe in whatever someone was praying about, or I was Catholic, I didn't believe in what they didn't say the Virgin Mary. When do we separate church and state then? I'm just asking. This is two separate things. Do anybody know? This just us asking. I love y'all comments because I be trying to know what's going on. So far, people are saying that that Clark is trying to make the church an entity, and that's kind of trapping them into paying some moolah, right? Rose said, I always wondered that myself. Yeah, I'm just wondering, like when people be getting up, let's get prayer. And I'd be like, what if I'm an atheist? What if I'm Muslim? What if I'm Buddhist? What if I don't believe in this, what you believe in? How you gonna pray over me? But then it's like we got to separate church and state. When does that apply to everything? Mr. Diz says no, church is a nonprofit, right? Yep, church is a nonprofit. Don't when you register your church, you register for a business license. So it's Christopher Clark asking for just a business license too. I don't know. We're just asking y'all. Garda says, so if I'm correct, churches are listed as nonprofit entities. That would limit the control of the municipality over the organization. If they are listed as a business, they have more control. Thank you for that. Okay. See, let me tell you, no wrong answers. I'm going to do a separate video and we're going to break down what this church situation means, because I think that's important. Now, Gardis, if you have time, why do we pray at the board meetings if we're supposed to separate church and state? Why do we have a pastor coming in there praying over us if we're supposed to separate church and state? I just want to know. Just want to know. Okay, so that was Ryan and his situation.
Action of Mayor Clark.
I thought it was important to share that because it just happened on the news, and I felt like they didn't put who it was, and I feel like Ryan is a pivotal person in the community, and he needs to be. People need to know who he is when they walk up to him. Boom. Choose Compassion said all other board meetings I've seen or attended, they do not pray. I just always wondered that. Like, we sitting over here praying. What if I got a whole nother religion than what you praying for? And then I got a question. Are you shunning me because I didn't pray with your religion? I just always wondered that. So we got 42 people in here. Hit the like button. This was our video this morning. We went an hour in, and I just thought this was important to cover.
Can I be recognized, Mayor?
You want to be long-winded? I'm just asking.
And it's just, I just want people to know, like, I'm seeing what's going on in the Southland. I see what's going on in the Southland. And I just want to talk about what's going on in the Southland. Like, I just feel like we're spreading ourselves thin with whatever's going on. Whatever's going on is being spread thin. And I think that more people need to know about it. I think that more people need to know what's going on in their neighborhoods. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I left without playing what happened with Tyrant Terminator. Hold on, y'all. I was long-winded, but not enough. Let's look at what Tyrant Terminator, shout out to him, when he went to Harvey. He went to Harvey. He went to DCFS. We're gonna play a little bit. Let me put his and shout out to you, Tyrant. Let's put you on the screen. This is another Harvey police situation. I can't play it all, right? I can't play it all, but I thought this was very interesting. Here's the link. Please support Tyrant Terminator. He's in Illinois. Gardish, try to stomach the try to stomach the auditing. I think it's important, especially when we see what happened to Ryan and other people. Okay, let's go ahead and just go where he's at.
What's good, TA family? I get y'all with another one. Man, today we at the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services out in Harvey, Illinois. We just getting ready to see if they respect our rights to record in public and to make sure that our rights are not infringed on by anyone at any time. Let's go see. Yeah. Hello. So they got a lot of.
So he's at the Department of Children and Family Services in Harvey, Illinois. And usually what gets people so riled up is just the camera phone. Let's go ahead and listen.
Pamphlets and brochures. You already know how this entity here, man, just break families up all the time and misplace kids and stuff like that. You know. But it is what I'm sorry?
Who are you? Are you here to see something else?
It doesn't take long. Like, let me be honest. I am definitely with the I would not want to be anywhere and be filmed. Y'all know I'm super shy. I do not like it. I don't like when people I don't even like taking pictures too much. So I'll do whatever I do, but I really don't like it. But it only takes him a second to just be having his camera open and someone come around and say, "Excuse me, who are you?" This is a public building, protected under our First Amendment rights. You have no expectation of privacy in public. This is a lot of stuff that we're learning from the auditing community. Now, can it be agitating? I'm sure if you come to work, you didn't sign up for that. But I think my problem is with the whole area. Y'all know the auditors are here.
No, ma'am. So there's two things I'm here to do. First thing I want to do is be able to exercise our rights to record in public. And the second, not interested. Okay.
So her walking away right there, that showed me she knew what he was there for. The way she walked out, they already been briefed on him, in my opinion.
Here's the sign. Huh? Oh, it's all good. Yeah, she came out like she wanted to know and then just walked away. So yeah, it's all good. I appreciate that too. So yeah, the security said. I can't hear you.
I can agree with Miss Indy. It's like she says, but there are children involved. I think they don't try to hit the children. If any children have to come in, they do not try to capture them. But I think the law is, this is the law for public, not private buildings. So if you're in Target or a grocery store, that does not work the same, or a Burger King. That's private. However, if you're in public, that taxpayers pay for. So like if we're at the Village of Dalton, if we're at the Department of Children and Family Services, if we're at the Cook County Courthouse, those are things that the public pay for. And you're due. You have no expectation of privacy in public. Thornton Township, that's a difference. That's a difference. And even this young lady, unfortunately, because I know that sucks, she's a public servant.
Yeah, I see the sign, but that's just a sign.
And I'm gonna be real, I don't think they take the job knowing they're a public servant, and then like years later, the auditing community would have been a situation. And shout out again to Tyrant Terminator. He's just covering basically what could happen if one of us walk in.
If you want to maybe contact the supervisor or somebody, maybe they'll let you know that we can record. So,
Hi there, how you doing?
how you doing today, man?
All right, what is it?
Are you like a supervisor?
I wanted, who do you want to speak to?
Well, she was saying something, about a sign about not recording, but I was trying to tell her that that's just a sign that doesn't, it doesn't really have any force of law. So, it's just a sign.
Okay, she's calling to the.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so like I said, man, this DCFS entity, man, is notorious for just disregard. Oh, she's trying to do what? Oh, is she? Well, she's trying to call like a supervisor or something? Yeah, hopefully, maybe like I said, if the supervisor do come, maybe they'll know that we can. Your temperature is normal.
She said, could you step outside?
Yeah, so like I would, because she wasn't listening. So that was the first thing that I need to do. The second thing I also need to do while I'm here is file a FOIA with this department too. So it's actually two things that we need to do today. But she wasn't interested in listening, so yeah. Yeah, I know. Like, so I was trying to see if a supervisor or manager or somebody can come out. That'd be great. So, she's giving a description of us. I can hear her saying black shirt, black pants. So,
I'm sorry.
yeah, you good. You good. You good. So she's giving a description of us. This is crazy, man. So, yeah, they're talking about this sign right here.
Make sure that they're working today. She's supposed to be the one helping you, but she. Oh, he's talking,
Oh, sorry, Miss Indiaz. I was talking to you. Girl, you already know my history, so I could respect that for sure. I didn't want to leave your comment unnoted.
So I can hear the lady back here behind the glass, and he's just recording, which.
So they called the police. So this is the thing I want to talk about. This comment, I'm learning that I think that it's up to the people that work there to protect the people. I don't think it's right. Like, I don't want nobody running up on me when I'm at DCFS, the aid office, going to my doctor's appointment. I think that all should be private. The other day, I was in a situation, I saw somebody from high school, and she was in a worse situation than me. I said, I would never, she saw me and got scared. I said, I would never tell anybody I saw you here. Ever tell anybody I saw you here. And that's just, but at the end of the day, now that I think about it, we were at a public building. So someone could have videoed both of us. I don't think it's right, but it is in the Constitution, it is the law. That's just being clear. Let's fast forward a little bit. Shout out to Tyrant Terminator.
Just trying to get there. And
so comes in. Now, I don't know what this office is good for. I knew that if I was there for personal reasons with my kid, I would not like it. I know when you're supposed to give numbers out, like instead of Burgundy, you number 6 with cheese. You know what I mean? It's like now you have to maneuver because this is some of the laws that are getting by. This is content. This is a situation. Just like the you guys ever watch y'all ever watch them people on YouTube stealing out of Target? Put a 1 in the chat if you ever watch them people on YouTube stealing out of Target and Walmart. It did not dawn on me till the other day that these people, like when I be seeing a 22-year-old or a 20-year-old staring at a Sephora, they got so much life to live. This is going to be on YouTube forever. This public, this people are for you crazy right now, and they're for you in the Sephora body cams, the Target body cams by police, and they're putting people, or even the eviction body cams. Have y'all seen those? Oh my gosh. And then I'm watching it for entertainment at one point, not realizing this is somebody's life. You know what I mean? This is really somebody's life. I'm like, they don't care if I'm watching it. Then 900 million views later, I'm like, oh shoot, how are they doing? You know? So yeah, just want to bring that up. Y'all watch those too. I be watching. It was this one girl, her baby had autism. Oh my goodness. And she was at Target, and they said she stole something. They would grab her and the baby. It was so bad. It was so bad. And I was like, dang, you know, I hope nobody go take her baby because she did this. And it was, you know what I mean? Now it's on YouTube. You know, it's so many levels to this YouTube situation, guys. So many levels. You saw that one, Regina? It was
It's not about what I want. I don't want you to record here because that's what it's is on the wall out here. I'm not saying this.
I can understand what you're saying, but you understand that. So even though you understand,
I'm not gonna.
I'm sorry. You know, here on Burgundy Blue Commentary, we got a pause for the fashion. So the yellow nails, go girl, the little zebra print duster, and the hair, and the glasses, and the red lip. Yes, yes, and yes. She was serving Tyrant Terminator with every bit of Department of Human Services boss she was. Go ahead, baby. You was jazzy. The hoop earrings. You know, we will always pause for a fashion moment, no matter the situation. All right, let's see what Gardis. Gardis, are you over here hating on us? Let's see what Gardis. Gardis says, if you want to request a FOIA, just come in and ask and stop grandstanding with the camera. Yeah, that happens. And the look, Jazzy said, and the cat eye glasses. My girl was given platinum blonde Betty Boop sexy realness. And I'm with the fluorescent nail. Now, those don't look, I tried it like twice. It looked like I'm trying too hard when I do the fluorescent nails. I gotta get my, and I'm thinking of, do you guys ever stress about a color? I'm thinking about doing a red nail effect. We talked about that, just a bright red nail, like a fire engine red. But then I'm at that age where it could be old lady nails. I know it sounds crazy, but y'all ever heard of old lady nails were like red, that gold, and like that gold, like metallic. And then the last one was pearl, like pearl white was old lady nail. So I don't want pink. I don't want French. So I'm thinking I have a light pink, but I'm thinking maybe a chocolate or a nude. But I'm already chocolate, so I don't want to go chocolate. But you know, y'all, we have to talk about this. But yeah, her nails fit her. She looks great. She looks absolutely great. So she's trying to protect what's going on. So he's at DCFS. Yeah, Choose Compassion said that lady better get it. She look good. Girl, you look good. That little duster, I need that. I need that little duster and that little dress. It looks a little body section. Looks so cute. Little Coach lanyard. She said, I don't need no plastic Dollar Tree lanyard. Give me the Coach to match my hair. She looks great. But so he's here because his content is to audit and make sure our rights are not violated. Gardis has a great argument when he's like, just go in there, ask for a FOIA, and don't do all the back and forth. This goes on for an hour and a half, so I'll let you be the maker, because one of the things that I noticed that is these people getting audited it's changing how they respect the community. You know what I mean? Now, if you live in a great, upstanding people, you walk into your village hall and they're like, "Hi, how are you? You here to pay your water bill?" You don't have the problems we have here. When you walk and pay your water bill, people are like, "What you want? Why are you here? Who sent you?" So that is different, but I can respect everybody when it comes to, okay, you come here, got a camera. I feel like if we always look at both sides of the story. So Tyrant, no disrespect to you, because you know I got love for you. When you get down to the people that's just at work and not expecting that, that's where it get tricky. Because in my opinion, I don't think that when they signed up for this job, anybody told them. I think that they thought in their head they were more government protected. I need my girl Lucille on here. She is so good with this. I feel like they think they're more protected because they do work for a government. But then I've seen other entities that have been like let's say this young lady didn't say that, but let's say she's right there. They'd be like, "This is my office." No, this is the office of the people. The people pay your paycheck. You know what I mean? So it's so many different entities. Even when we go to the super mayor. The super mayor is like, "This is what we do for you. We make sure you buried your loved ones. We make sure your grass cut." That's all paid by the people, not her. You see what I'm saying? So I think that people are misinformed. This is what is misinformed. He visits anything that's government. And like I said, I have 100%. You guys who follow my story, you already know how I feel about DCFS, how I feel about children in the foster system, how I feel about people adopted. You already know. I'm just wondering. Sometimes, okay, I could reverse that question. Why y'all just don't let him record and move on? Thanks, Davis. Get some coffee. I appreciate a good coffee. You know I do. I've been trying. That's probably why I'm high strong now. What you holding thing? I had some what's that? It's in a yellow can, but I had the Brazilian, the Cafe del Duce or something. But it's in the yellow can, but I had the Brazilian. I'm probably on 3,000 now. And I had protein powder. Just count me out for the day. Let's go. See if we can get that going. It might be slow. More people joining in on StreamYard. See, but we see our girl is cute.
What's out here stating that in our building. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm with y'all. I don't want nobody to see me get a link card or none of that. I'm with you. I'm not arguing.
You have a right to do it.
I'm not going to talk about your rights.
Oh, okay. Well, but that.
Enforce what we have here. This is.
Oh no, it died. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so go over to Tyrant Terminator.
What we have. Okay. Can't talk about your rights.
The Tyrant Terminator.
Talk about your rights. I'm not talking about your rights. I'm talking about the rights of the children, the families you serve, and then videotape and being here to be. This should not be happening here.
Okay.
It should not be happening.
It just don't make sense if you do definitely understand our rights and you're trying to disregard them. So that's kind of.
You can put words in my mouth, so that's not what I said.
No, well, you actually did say you do understand our rights. Calling the police
I understand you have rights. I didn't say your rights in regards to what you're doing. I said.
Yeah. Let me tell you, Pearls is Pink. I can agree with you. Pearls is Pink said, I don't like some of the debates, though. I can agree. Because you know what I always think about? Man, I did not sign up to come into work for this day. But I also think about, man, this might be a good time for after the cameras go up for education with what's going on with the freedom of speech. the First Amendment right. I always think about that because people bring it up when it's convenient, but if it's something they don't like, they don't bring it up. You know what I mean? So that's just my thought on that. And once again, my girl is hot with these nails and this duster. I know she like, girl, I ain't here to talk about that. It looked good on you. Okay, Holly said, and thank you, Chavis, for the $5 for some coffee. I appreciate it. Gardis, I know it's hard to understand. It's overall to keep the government accountable to the people. I agree with BB. The policy handbook should explain this to the boots on the ground office workers. Yeah. I don't think, do I think that, I remember, well, I worked for the Village of Dalton. No one came to me and told me back in the day, I mean, this was in 1901, but nobody came and told me that people could come in and record me publicly and my clients. I walked into any kind of government entity recently. They have the signs up that say do not film, but people are still filming. Hey, I walked a dang on we went to the rooftop and had a good time. And when we were going through there, they wanted to see our IDs because it was like BYOB or BYOBBBBB, you know what I mean? And they wanted to see who you were before you brought anything upstairs to the rooftop. People had their video and that was private. So we expectation of privacy in public, but when it comes to situations like me wanting to get help from my government, maybe I've never seen a video like this where someone said, hey, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, come with me, let's talk in the office, do you mind coming with me? I've seen videos where they told outside to leave, but just, hey, I could share more about what I learned, you could show more about what you learned. That's all I'm saying. But do I think this lady deserved to come to work that day and get this on? No, but this shows a lot about what other people, regular people. I walked in the library and had my camera out to ask this woman about a book. And she was like, what you doing with that camera? I'm like, pulling up the book information. And she was like, put this out. You can't be in here with this. And it was like a really nasty thing. And I was just like, I just wanted to ask you if you had this book. You know what I mean? Let's go and see when the Harvey police got here. Lola says, I work for this is really interesting. Like, this is interesting. I have good opinions in this. Especially if you worked in the private and public sector before, you could see how you feel. You could see how you feel. I work for a county agency, and approximately 4 to 5 ago, we were told public had the right to. I think that is true. I'm noticing people able to record stuff that's supposed to be ultra private. But I think more than like even when I worked for a school, I had to keep my people's social security numbers private, lock it up, keep their personal address private, lock it up. It wasn't no if you came in here with a camera. No, all my people's stuff. You know what I mean? I don't know why it's such a. I don't know, but I do know. I do understand. So that's Tyrant Terminator. Let me see if I having his. He has community. I think it's awesome. I think what he's doing in Illinois and with also with Long Island Audit, that's where I ran into it. Maybe it'll make a change, but maybe people will just be too stubborn. Like, nah. Like the fact that I'm bringing up Tyrant Terminator audits because he just went to Harvey. The 2 days after or a day, it wasn't even 2 days. A day after he left Harvey, Ryan was grabbed by the neck. Just trying to put it together. Go to Tyrant Terminator audits and watch his Harvey video. I think it's important for everybody to watch that video. It went on for an hour and a half. And it will show that if he probably would have been there before, this is my thoughts. It doesn't mean this is what happened. If he would have been there before, maybe what happened with Ryan wouldn't have happened. That's my thoughts. Doesn't mean it's right. That's my thoughts. And I'd love to know your thoughts too. Again, those are my thoughts. Doesn't mean it's right. I don't know Ryan. I'm talking on the situation. I want to be clear. I know no officers. I'm talking on the situation. Just speaking on the situation. I just think that it could have been a lot different if this audit would have went on. This was only a few hours away from each other. You understand? Goddess says you can't walk into his facility and start filming. I think that's to protect the youth, isn't it, Goddess? Y'all protecting the youth. I think a lot of schools are publicly funded. Can you see any difference between that and this? I don't know. And I'm not trying to push you.
Who are you? I'm Robin Albert, and I'm on the administrator, senior leadership. Yes, ma'am. Officer Adams of the Harvey Police Department. Okay. Can you please try to help?
First of all, we pause for the fashion. Yes. Glasses, hair, wardrobe, bracelet, hips, everything. Go, girl.
This matter understandable in regards to letting this person know the confidentiality. Videotape.
Gucci belt. Now I'm gonna say this. Harvey, y'all need to work on y'all uniforms. Why y'all uniforms so bad looking? Those uniforms at Harvey look like
I refuse to be videotaped.
I understand. So we have a right to do it. I've been trying to tell everybody here that we have a First Amendment right.
Oh man, y'all, it's pausing up. I can't even play it. We'll play it later tonight. But from what
to do so, and I also have a right to file a FOIA. So
okay, let me just mute this while we go through it. He's trying to fill out a FOIA, but we also know
why is it established here? We have used here that cannot be videotaped.
I want to be clear that I don't think it was any kind that were videotaped. Sort of like when Long Island went to the library, they're like, we have youth here that doesn't need to be videotaped. It was no youth in the room. So it was basically what his eyes could see. But we're going to big up this young lady for her outfit. We're going to tell Harvey police, we're going to need you to go to the store, get a different outfit, not Amazon. This is just me joking. But I've seen a lot of area and Harvey, they're dang on. This is what we use on Tubi, I guess. Like these little uniforms. But shout out to this. They have like a coordinated zebra print day or something. They all look cute. But it's not letting me play the video in whole. But Harvey police did come out to the DHS, and Tyrant Terminator has an hour and a half of content for you. I just want to compare that to what happened with Ryan on CBS 2. Chavis, I love a good outfit. I love a good outfit, good sideburns, good hair color. Just had to give it to her. And Gardis says the whole publicly funded thing doesn't work equally. And Gardis, I think that's the most sound thing I've heard, because if I drop my child off to school, I would want to know they were protected and not being filmed. So I can agree with that. but I do know a lot of these places that we do ask for help at, they sort of give you a nasty backlash. So auditing is kind of important too. And this is content for Tyrant Terminator as well. So crossroads with all of this stuff. Oh my goodness, it's so much to absorb. And I didn't mean to bring that on you this morning, you guys. Check out Ryan's Gay Chicago. Check out Tyrant Terminator Audits. Check out the Dalton board meetings. Check out the Harvey board meetings. This is for everyone to check out. I think this is very important to see where your stance is and with this. It's no right or wrong stance. I think that everybody's opinion will bring things to light when it comes. Sorry, guys, got the hiccup still. When it comes to this situation, okay? That's all. That's all I want to say. My girl said zebra print black glasses day. Yeah. Yeah. Firm, congratulations on that 100K. He says, actually, God is why I bet I could. If it's a public, then I could video. I just have to blur out the kids' faces on YouTube to produce it. If I go to Walt Disney World, can I video? No, I don't think you can video at Walt Disney World because it's private, Firm. It's public or private, right? It's government funded or not. Privately funded, right? So this is it. Regina says, I agree. Kids are different. I remember when they changed the law for filing cases, they used to have this whole kid's name on the complaints. Now it's just initials. Yep. Yep. I'm learning as it go. Rules, Firm says rules and policies. So much learning. Like, I don't think it's nothing wrong with getting opinions and figuring it out and seeing which side of the fence you stand on, because it's so different. Like anytime if I would have worked at a hospital, a mayor's office, or Burger King, I would have said, get this phone out my face. Now learning these laws is totally different. How I feel about them and why these laws are in place. That's just what I'm saying. I don't mean you're wrong. I don't mean I'm right. That's just how I feel. I feel totally different. All right, y'all. All right, let me let y'all go. Cause see, I wasn't only trying to do one thing.
So all I'm saying to you is like, come on, guys, we got to do better. We have to do better. And all I can tell you is that I am a fighter, and y'all know that. So when you come for me, be prepared for the fight. Because at the end of the day, they talked about Jesus Christ. So why don't I think y'all are not going to do me the same way? Somebody that's healing y'all and helping y'all. Same thing I'm over here doing, right? Healing and helping.
Right, asking another employee who went on that trip.
That I have felt the most connected and valued.
Y'all make me feel connected and valued. On the way out, hit the like button and, continue the discussion. I think it's so necessary in the climate we're in. Just realize we're not even at the Dalton election. We're not at the Harvey election. We're talking about what's going on now. The difference is at the polls. And that's POLLS. For y'all, that was at Secrets with me. Take care of yourself and each other. Bye.
Commentary Blue Commentary Burgundy Commentary Comment Blue Commentary Comment Burgundy Blue.